Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the latest news surrounding Donald Trump and his potential testimony in the New York criminal trial for election interference. It's a hot topic right now, so let's break it down. So, the big question on everyone's mind is whether Trump will actually testify. He loves to talk, and he might think he can sway the jury with his charisma. But hold on, it might not be that easy. You see, the Manhattan prosecutors aren't playing around. They've filed what's called a sandal notice, which is basically a heads up to Trump about all the shady stuff he's been involved in. And trust me, there's a laundry list of allegations against him. From fraud to lying under oath, the prosecutors are ready to bring it all up in court. But why would they do that? Well, it's all about undermining Trump's credibility. If the jury thinks he's a fraudster, they're less likely to believe anything he says on the stand. And let's not forget, juries are pretty good at sniffing out lies. They want authenticity, not someone trying to pull the wool over their eyes. So, if Trump does decide to testify, he better be prepared for some tough questions. The prosecutors are armed and ready to fire away. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly they're going to bring up. Strap in because it's a wild ride. First up, we've got the case brought by Letitia James, the New York Attorney General. She nabbed Trump for fraud and slapped him with a hefty judgment. The jury found that Trump had been cooking the books and pulling all sorts of shady business moves. Not exactly a good look for someone trying to convince a jury of their innocence. And it doesn't stop there. They'll also bring up how Trump lied under oath about attacking a judge's clerk. Talk about digging yourself into a deeper hole. Oh, and let's not forget about the fines Trump racked up for violating gag orders. Seems like he just can't help himself when it comes to running his mouth. Next on the list are the Eugene Carroll cases. She accused Trump of sexual assault, and the courts didn't take it lightly. Trump ended up with a hefty punitive damages bill and got smacked with sanctions for his public statements. Looks like his words came back to bite him. But wait, there's more. Remember the Trump Corporation? Yeah, they got busted for tax fraud and falsifying records. And it's not just them. Trump's presidential campaign also got caught up in some shady fundraising schemes. Looks like playing fast and loose with the rules caught up to him. Oh, and let's not forget about the Trump Foundation. It got dissolved after being accused of all sorts of financial shenanigans. So, you see, if Trump takes the stand, he's walking into a minefield. The prosecutors have all the ammunition they need to tear apart his credibility. Now, you might be wondering why they are bringing all this up. Well, it's simple. They want the jury to see Trump for who he really is. A serial fraudster with a history of deception. But will the judge allow all this evidence? That's the big question. It's a delicate balance between proving guilt and ensuring a fair trial. Now, let's talk strategy. If Trump decides to take the stand, he'll need more than just confidence. He'll have to navigate a courtroom full of skeptics and legal landmines. Trump's history of making things worse for himself in court isn't exactly reassuring. Even seasoned litigators have struggled to rein him in. But hey, maybe Trump thinks he's the exception. Maybe he believes he can charm the jury with his bravado and bluster. However, the prosecutors aren't leaving anything to chance. They've meticulously laid out their case, ready to pounce on any inconsistencies or lies from Trump. And let's not forget about the jury. Manhattan juries are known for their discerning nature. They won't be easily swayed by flashy fee tricks. So, if Trump takes the stand, he better be prepared for some tough scrutiny. One wrong move could spell disaster for his case. But the question remains, will Trump actually go through with it? His track record suggests he loves the spotlight, but this time the stakes are higher than ever. If he backs out at the last minute, it could be seen as a sign of weakness. But if he goes through with it and crumbles under pressure, it could be even worse. Ultimately, the decision lies with Trump and his legal team. They'll have to weigh the risks and rewards carefully before making a move. But one thing's for sure. Whatever happens, it's bound to be a spectacle. The courtroom drama is just getting started, and we'll be here to bring you all the latest updates. So, buckle up, folks. It's going to be a wild ride. And remember, justice is rarely black and white. In the end, it's up to the jury to decide. As the trial progresses, all eyes are on Judge Maron, who holds the power to decide what evidence will be admissible in court. It's a weighty responsibility, balancing the need for a fair trial with the pursuit of justice. The prosecutors have presented a compelling case outlining Trump's history of fraudulent behavior and misconduct. But it's ultimately up to Judge Maron to determine whether this evidence will be allowed to sway the jury's perception. And let's not forget about Trump's legal team. They're undoubtedly strategizing their next move, weighing the risks and benefits of putting Trump on the stand. If Trump does testify, it'll be a high-stakes moment in the trial. His every word will be scrutinized, and one slip-up could have dire consequences for his case. But even if Trump chooses to remain silent, the prosecutors have already laid the groundwork for undermining his credibility. The Sandal notice serves as a warning shot, reminding Trump that his past actions will come back to haunt him in court. So, what's next for Trump? Will he take the stand and try to sway the jury with his charm? Or will he opt for a more cautious approach, avoiding the spotlight and letting his legal team do the talking? Whatever he decides, one thing's for sure. The courtroom drama is far from over. With each twist and turn, the stakes get higher and the tension mounts. So, stay tuned as we continue to bring you live coverage of the trial. We'll be here every step of the way, keeping you informed and engaged with the latest developments. And remember, justice is a journey, not a destination. The truth will eventually come to light, and the wheels of justice will continue to turn, no matter what. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time as we dive deeper into the unfolding drama of the New York criminal trial. Until then, take care and stay curious.